Last week we talked about how we humans have come into this existence for the purpose of living a healing life. Naturally, this episode would be dedicated towards how to take steps towards that healing process. Contrary to popular belief, the same actions do not entail same benefits for each individual. For example, some people say that going to the gym changed their life, and hence everyone should go to the gym. But the thing is, what will work for one person versus another depends upon so many different factors, such as unique personality, unique traits, likes, dislikes, cultural standards, beliefs, family background, body type, mental blocks, and so on. Emotional healing is such a personal process that no other person can tell you what steps you should take. Therefore, listening to experts, professionals, and other people who know more than you about a certain field should only be used for the purpose of expanding your knowledge base. But once you have figured out the different options available, your job is to figure out what works the best for you personally. To help you understand this better, I've made a long list of examples. For one person who has lived their entire life in fear of public speaking, a healing step may be to step out and speak on stage for the first time. While for another person, choosing to force oneself on stage would not be a self-loving choice. Instead, they may want to center their life in a manner that doesn't require a lot of public dealing. Another example. For one person who has been repeatedly going through one failed relationship after another, a healing step could be to retreat from the world and take an year of solitude to discover what they really want. While for another person whose basic childhood wounding is isolation, it would in fact be cruel on them if they force themselves to stay alone. Indeed, what healing looks like for them is to leave the current abusive people and find new loving relationships. Another example. For one person who is suffering from laziness, doing yoga would make them feel energized and ready for life. While for another person, doing yoga would feel like yet another reason of increased lethargy. What their body actually wants may be energy work, meditation, better conversation groups, etc. Another example. While for one person recovering from an emotionally traumatizing experience, such as a breakup, going for a trip with their friends would be a healing experience, after which they are able to resume their routine life. While for another person going through a breakup, going on a trip would actually make their nervous system even more tense. And what they need in their life is for his or her friends to maintain regular conversation with them and help them slowly and softly resume their life when they are ready after a period of relaxation. After all these examples, you would have got an understanding of how the healing journey can be so very different for different individuals. In juxtaposition to the last week's video about what is your identity, in which I explained how the healing process can help you discover your true identity and purpose, the blooming of your life is entirely dependent upon your capacity to listen to your own instincts. The more you are in sync with your own body, the more you will be able to listen to it. The higher is your capacity of listening to your body, the more intensely you will feel the emotions and sensations within your body. The better you are at understanding your emotions, the higher will be your capacity to listen to your intuition and inner knowing. And being in connection with your intuition basically means that you will know the best healing modality for yourself. In this manner, you will become an expert on yourself. Your own personal journey will feel the most joyful, adventurous, and full of ease instead of constriction. when you are dedicated to becoming an expert on yourself. Choose every step of your life according to what feels the most healing to you. And with that, you will be on your journey towards your highest magnitude, potential, and personalized happiness. Have a good week.